Nobody wants to admit this, but the story didn't start with Caitlin Clark. It started with Angel Reese. Before the season even settled, Angel Reese was everywhere. Interviews, social media, debates. Loud, confident, impossible to ignore. The league leaned into it, believing attention was success. And for a moment, it felt true. But attention isn't what pays the bills. Money does. And money doesn't care who talks the loudest. It cares who makes people stay. That's when Caitlin Clark quietly entered the picture. She wasn't marketed as the center of everything. Just another rookie. Just another name. But something strange happened. When she played, people didn't just click. They stayed. Executives told themselves not to panic. College hype fades. It always does. Then came NBC. Caitlin Clark didn't chase attention. She didn't perform. She broke down the game like she belonged there. And millions watched instantly. Inside NBC, producers noticed something chilling. Viewer retention went up when she spoke. And the moment her segment ended, people left. That's when the league realized it wasn't about noise anymore. It was about control. And the shift had already happened.
That comes with an NBA national broadcast. So he loved every bit of what Caitlin Clark did and what she brought to the broadcast. Now, this is where he started talking a little bit about having Caitlin Clark back more than that March 29th announcement. So it says NBC Sports is planning to bring Clark back later this season. Cordella confirmed that she is scheduled to appear as an analyst for the Knicks versus Thunder on March 29th. As we know, he also added that he hopes to see more of Clark moving forward, signaling that the door is open for additional appearances. While no expanded role has been formally announced, the comment suggested genuine interest rather than casual praise. So, hey man, I don't know. We might see Caitlin working that booth. That'd be dope though, man. That'd be dope. Of course, with everything going on with the WNBA, we don't even know if we're going to have...
The clips featuring her moved faster, lasted longer, and reached far beyond basketball audiences. That was the moment someone inside the building said the sentence no one wanted to repeat. She's the draw. Those words didn't stay contained. They spread. And once they reached league offices, panic followed. Because the numbers from that NBC night weren't just strong. They were destructive. Projections that took months to prepare were shattered in a single evening. Advertisers noticed. Media partners noticed. Owners noticed. According to multiple sources, one owner asked for a direct comparison before NBC and after NBC. The difference wasn't subtle, it was violent. Viewership multiplied. Revenue projections exploded. Merchandise demand surged. And next to every spike, the same name appeared again and again, Caitlin Clark. That was the moment optics stopped being protected. In a private meeting not meant to leave the room, the owner said it plainly. Revenue didn't grow evenly, it multiplied. That sentence leaked, and once it did, there was no undoing the damage. Because multiplied implies imbalance. It suggests a missing engine. It suggests someone was doing work others weren't. And suddenly, Angel Reese was no longer part of the conversation. Not because she wasn't talented, not because she didn't have fans, but because she didn't move the numbers. That kind of shutdown doesn't require insults, it requires receipts. Journalists picked it up next. Quiet confirmations, off-the-record nods. Enough smoke to confirm the fire. Then Stephen A. Smith entered the picture. He didn't stumble into this discussion. He was given the data. He saw the NBC breakdown. He saw the revenue curves. That's why his tone was calm, because calm signals certainty. On live television, he didn't attack Angel Reese. He didn't question her skill. He didn't insult her. He compared impact. He compared reach. He compared revenue. And then he said the sentence that ended the debate. This isn't close. That wasn't commentary. It was closure. When Stephen A. says something isn't close, the audience understands exactly what that means. Angel Reese went quiet, and silence in moments like this is devastating. But the story didn't end there, because Patrick Bet-David saw something different. Where Stephen A. framed it as a sports reality, Patrick framed it as a business failure. And he asked the question the league had never asked publicly.
Before she ever came along, there were a lot of outstanding basketball players who happen to be black females that was doing their thing on the WNBA level. And they never got this kind of shine. This girl, the Golden Goose, comes along and she wreaks havoc. She's the Rookie of the Year. She's 4th in the league in MVP voting. 4th in the league, her rookie year.
Wow.
Outstanding.
She retires. Can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the MJ of, go to Jamil Hill. Type in Jamil Hill. Yeah. She says, by the time she retires, Jamil Hill has made a bold prediction that Angel Reese will become the MJ of the WNBA by the time she retires. That's what she said. Okay? Let me continue.
Okay.
All right. So now,
If she leaves tomorrow, what happens to the money? Patrick Bet-David didn't wait for an answer. He gave it himself. If Caitlin Clark leaves, everything drops. That wasn't a hot take. It was an economic warning. Patrick didn't talk about talent or personality. He talked about dependency. And dependency is terrifying because once a league admits it relies on one player, leverage shifts instantly. Owners felt it. Media partners felt it. Marketing departments felt it. Angel Reese wasn't attacked publicly by the league. She was removed from future planning. And that was worse. No statements. No defense. No confrontation. Just absence. Behind closed doors, the tone of internal conversations changed. Words like balance disappeared. New phrases replaced them. Growth leader, primary driver, key asset. Those words weren't used for Angel Reese. They were reserved for Caitlin Clark. Then came the second leap, an internal chart projecting post-NBC revenue growth at nearly 10 times previous expectations. At first, it circulated quietly. Then it spread loudly. Once fans saw the numbers, the debate ended. Debates survive on uncertainty. Numbers erase uncertainty. Angel Reese's earlier confidence suddenly felt exposed, not because she spoke incorrectly, but because she spoke too early. The system she trusted didn't protect her.
Caitlin in that class by not being prepared for it, and the fact that so many journalists across the country, institutions failed to cover this league. Like, there's just so many institutionalized failings that now the league is attempting to hurdle over.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest thing, just as far as the product on the floor? Because a lot of people talk about physicality. A lot of people talk about the referees. I actually did a deep dive in one of my episodes talking about like who the referees are calling to, essentially, and where the W gets their referees. But as far as the product, because at the end of the day, fans are not going to stick around if it's not a good product, period.
Right.
Like, they have to be there for the basketball, and I think a lot of casual fans got pulled into the W because Caitlin had such a different game that was, like, just very, very exciting to watch, and she's an incredible player. So they're there. Now they're seeing this product. They're like, oh, this is cool. There's other players that I'm, like, getting super invested in. But a lot of people have called out, like, physicality, referees. Have you heard anything from players, owners, like any of your sources about them actively working on improving the product?
Yeah, I mean, officiating, like, I know everyone thinks, like, this is all about Caitlin and the way Caitlin is officiated. Across the league, coaches, like, this has been an issue. Like, go back.
We saw Coach Cheryl Reeve crash out.
Cheryl Reeve is the crash out queen.
Over the officiating. Yeah, it was like one of the best crash outs ever.
But, like, go back to, God, like Candace's rookie year. There's a game she gets laid out, like, and multiple. Like, go back to all of these players. It's crazy what they all went through. And so obviously there are more eyes on the league. So there's the way that the physicality around Caitlin was obviously layered in the sense of, like, she's this phenom coming into the league, like, everyone's talking about her. So we've got all these vets who, again, it's the same when Candace came into the league, when Diana, when there's a generational player that comes into the league, and it's in men's sports too, the messaging is,
it moved on. Caitlin Clark never reacted. No tweets. No interviews addressing the drama. No acknowledgement of Stephen A. Smith. No response to Patrick Bet-David. She stayed quiet. She talked about basketball. And that restraint made everything collapsing around her impossible to ignore, because humility backed by results is unstoppable. Behind the scenes, owners began admitting something terrifying. We need her. And need is different from want. Want is replaceable. Need is leverage. That realization reshaped everything. Angel Reese wasn't cut. She wasn't criticized. She wasn't demoted. She was simply no longer essential. And in professional sports, being non-essential is a quiet end. By the end of the month, the league's public messaging had completely changed. The focus shifted. Comparisons disappeared. Talk of balance died. The system had made its choice. This wasn't revenge. This wasn't hate. This was exposure. One NBC night revealed who truly drives attention when no one is forcing it. Caitlin Clark didn't break records to prove a point. She broke them because she was ready when opportunity appeared. Angel Reese didn't fail. The moment just moved past her.